Hey guys, we're back, and we spent this entire week making videos for E3. It was a lot of fun, we covered a lot of content and a lot of games, but unfortunately, due to time constraints, we just couldn't get into detail on a lot of these games. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go into detail on the games that we either missed, or the games that we just didn't get a chance to cover in depth. So, all that being said, let's get started with Bloodborne. Now this is a PS4 exclusive, and the reason we want to cover it is because we got a comment from RapidForce87 who said, "Why didn't you guys mention Bloodborne?" And we realized, wait, we didn't mention Bloodborne. But the reason was because there wasn't really
We're not interested.
It's not that we're not interested.
I'm not interested.
Brianna's not interested. But the fact of the matter is, the video was kind of very brief. There wasn't much shown. We don't know much about this game. I think a lot of the excitement and a lot of the hype is coming from the fact that this is from the makers of Dark Souls and Demon Souls. Why do you think that? Why are you so negative about this? It looks a little different than those games.
It looks a little different, but it's still got the same dark, dreary tone of the other games. And I don't remember which one I played, if it was Dark Souls or Demon Souls, but it was slow and boring, and I didn't like dying over and over again. And I got to the first boss, and after dying 16 times and finally beating him, I was like, yeah, I'm done with this game.
But the combat looked pretty fast-paced in the trailer, I have to say, in that leaked gameplay trailer. Yeah.
It looked faster, but overall, I'm not interested in it.
Yeah, I mean, these types of games are mostly gameplay based. There's not really much story or anything else going on. It's just gameplay, and if that's not your thing, which, I mean, for me, I need a little bit of story. I'm a story-based kind of gamer. If I don't have a story to follow, I typically will lose interest.
And because it was... I mean, it's a hack and slash game, and because they sped it up, it makes it.
I wouldn't call it a hack and slash game. I'd say Dark Souls and Demon Souls have a significant amount of skill that they require. At least what I've been told, like the combat system is very skill based. So I wouldn't call it a hack and slash. I think that would offend a lot of people who like those games. But
no, I said this one is.
I don't know.
The other ones are kind of.
You can't really say. You can't really say.
And this one's sped up, so it looks more hack and slashy.
I haven't gotten into the Dark Souls or Demon Souls games, but this could be a start for me. It all depends. I don't know enough about the game to make a conclusive kind of decision on whether or not I want to play it.
I thought the trailer looked nice, CG trailer.
Oh yeah, the CG trailer looked great. It was really very gruesome, very gory.
Creepy.
That seems like the message they're trying to send. This game's going to be
really
very bloody.
Nice. I thought the dog was really well
The dog
done.
looked really creepy, actually, more than that, but... Oh yeah, the developers there, From Software, just so everyone, in case anyone doesn't know, that's the developer of Demon Souls, Dark Souls. It looked like he had two weapons, though. I'm not sure if one was a gun and one was a sword, because he kind of went up to this monster and stuck the butt of what looked like a gun to his head.
Barrel. It looked like a barrel, not
a
a
yes,
butt.
sorry, the barrel. I always mix those up. Anyways, whatever. Yeah, look, he stuck the barrel to his head. Was it a gun, or was it just a sword that he was going to smash his head in with? I don't know, but it would be cool.
He has two weapons, and one looked like a gun. And one looked like a scythe. It like unfolded.
That reminds me a little bit of Devil May Cry.
Is that how you say it, scythe?
I think so. Yeah, but it reminds me a little bit of Devil May Cry then because of the gun aspect.
because he wasn't flying around and jumping around in the sky.
No,
Devil
obviously.
May Cry was terrible.
But to have like that kind of fast-paced action with a gun and a sword at the same time seems like a kind of Devil May Cry mechanic.
It wasn't that fast though.
Well, no, it wasn't that
Devil
fast.
May Cry
But
fast.
I don't know. It's an interesting title, of course, exclusive to the PS4, which I think will bring a lot of the people who like Demon Souls and Dark Souls to be like, oh crap, I have to buy a PS4. So a very smart move on Sony's part to bring From Software on board as an exclusive.
When they had the pre-alpha footage at E3 that kind of snuck out.
Yeah,
and
the
he's
2013
just climbing
footage.
the ladder and he kills like two people. I mean, it looks really nice.
Oh wait, that wasn't the 2013.
No,
that was 2014.
Yeah, this E3.
Okay, yeah, that's right. It looked nice graphically.
Yeah.
So.
It had a nice coat. Duster or trench coat.
You like cloaks and coats.
Whatever,
anything that has a long tail at
well,
the
it made
bottom.
him look more like an adventurer.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe it looked a little friendlier than the initial. I think from the one from 2013, it looked more refined than that one. Like they developed the character, the look of him a little more.
Yeah.
Although, from what I saw on screen, I guess I can't really judge, but it looked like a very gray and brown. I don't know if that's going to be the case, because it was a little more colorful in 2013. But again, this was like a really crappy video from a very dark room, so could have just been the TV. It wasn't recording the TV very well. So yeah, Bloodborne for me, I don't know. I'll have to see. I don't know if Brianna's ever going to be interested in it, though.
That's a no for me.
Oh, well. Moving on, Battlefield Hardline. Now, the reason we're going to go into more detail on this is because we both got into the beta for PC.
I think everyone did, really.
I think everyone who applied. They were like,
beta.
closed beta, limited space, and then everyone's playing. Because there was like 33,000 people playing. And we're like, closed beta, limited space? I don't know. And the reason I think even more that it wasn't really closed is because we both applied for both PC and PS4, and we got into both.
Both of them.
Both of us. So it's kind of like, is this really closed, or is it actually just closed? According to EA. Anyways. We played it. It's a fun and very fresh approach to Battlefield. I didn't feel like I was playing a Battlefield game when I was playing this. I mean, obviously there were Battlefield elements, the recoil and things like that you were really bad at.
Terrible.
You throw recoil into a game, Brianna just like
I
panics and
can't do
freaks out.
I'd rather just drive a car and smash into walls.
Which you did.
Which I
very
did
well.
A lot. People would like spawn in my car. I'd be driving. They would jump out. Like
someone jumped out of a helicopter though.
Anywhere.
When you were in it.
I got into a helicopter.
Hilarious.
I'm on the gun. I'm mowing people down. I'm killing people.
I'm not
I
on her
actually
team
did really
either,
well
so-
that time.
Yeah.
And this guy just jumps out. All of a sudden, I start going, crash into a building. This guy's falling from the... He's like, sorry. I'm like, what?
And guess who's underneath the helicopter on the other team? Me!
I blow
so
up.
I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? This helicopter just crashes right down on me. Like, oh my god. And Brianna says, oh my god at the same time. I'm like, she's not on my team. Why is she saying it? So the helicopter that she was in crashed. The guy jumped out, had trash. He was fine.
He was
parachuted,
fine.
But
Effing jumped out.
that's the kind of fun moments that I guess the Battlefield game can give you. So it was crazy and fun, and the cops versus robbers thing feels fresh. Even though it's been, I'd say if they did this game 10 years ago, we would have been like, oh, another Counter-Strike, imitator. But now people kind of gave up on that and just said, okay, Counter-Strike, you got it, it's done. And they came back and said, well, why don't we take another shot at this? And I think they did a really good job. And it's a lot bigger and more open than Counter-Strike has ever been.
I think it's really difficult to find, track the package. Because I can find people and kill them, but finding the package and, supporting that person or I don't know, it's kind of confusing.
I think it's not so much that it's confusing, it's just that sometimes they're really far away and you can't get there in time.
Yeah.
And you're just like, well, I'm completely helpless unless you get a vehicle. And on top of that, there's a bit of an issue. Some vehicles just don't have you don't have the ability to go into them for some reason. They're just there. Cop cars with sirens going, you're like, okay, it looks like legitimately like something you can get into. You hold E down, you're just sitting there like slamming E, like this has to be a bug.
You have to get a vehicle from your spawn point or spawn any vehicle.
Which I don't like, because when you have an open world like that, you think, okay, well, any vehicle I can jump into at any time and get into, like smash the window, start the car, or hotwire the car and go in, you know what I mean? But that's not the case, which is kind of disappointing. I wouldn't expect maybe the cops to hotwire it, but maybe the criminals could hotwire vehicles, something like that, and the cops get something in return, like, I don't know. They could shut down hotwired cars with, like, some sort of jamming signal or something. I don't know. That seems ridiculous because you can't do that. But I'm just trying to say if one side can do that and the other side can't, they should have some sort of benefit to balance it off. Overall, though, I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed it, and it's the first time.
I got into a car. This guy pulls up, slams the brakes in front of me, honks his horn. So I'm like, okay, get in the car. He drives off. There's this guy in front of us, throws a grenade in our car. The guy just runs him over, and we smash into a wall, kill that guy, and we both blow up. It was like, I just was laughing.
It was a lot of fun moments.
Crazy.
And for the first time in a long time, I'm kind of excited for a Battlefield game. I wasn't really into Battlefield 3. I was definitely not into Battlefield 4 with all the bugs and crazy stuff and just bad handling of the whole release by EA. But this one, I don't know. I mean, Visceral's behind it. They made the Dead Space games. It seems like they're taking a fresh approach to the game, and I think single player could be really compelling as well, which is another really important factor. If they can nail single player and multiplayer, it's pretty much an instant buy for me. I will definitely be interested in that.
I don't know. I mean, I sucked when we started Titanfall, but I'm like, good now. I'm okay.
Oh yeah, no, Brianna got better at Titanfall, a lot better.
The other day I went 17-0.
Yeah, no, you had 1 death, I think.
No, 0.
Really? You went 17?
0.
Wow.
I had
she had 110 points or something.
I had
it was
17
unreal.
pilot kills and 5 Titan deaths or something, and It was really cool.
Yeah, just give Brianna a game long enough and eventually she'll start being completely unbelievably awesome.
But I don't know about Battlefield. It's got too much recoil. It has too much
You just have to learn. Well, I mean, for me, I've been a Counter-Strike player for like 10, 15 years, so it's recoil is something I can adjust to really quickly. But for you're not. You weren't really into Counter-Strike, so...
It's also on PC, which I've said plenty of times. PC is hard for me.
Yes.
Unless it's Sims or Civ, you know.
Yeah. Speaking of Sims, Sims 4. So, in The Sims 4, they were all excited about the fact that, or at least the person building was like, you can control your Sims' hearts! And I'm just, the whole time I'm sitting, watching this presentation, I'm like, okay.
He doesn't care.
I don't care. Brianna's like, yes!
The things I can do! The possibilities.
You're crazy! I don't see the appeal of this game at all. I just look at it and I'm like, for some reason people are interested in this. And I have Brianna next to me who is one of those people. And I don't get it. I've watched her play and it's like, okay, you're making people and they're doing stuff that I could be doing in real life. That's interesting. Not really. I don't know. Why don't you talk about this? What really interested you about this that The Sims 3 couldn't provide to you? And this kind of builds on.
Controlling their emotions. Like,
that's really something important to you?
It is important because you go about, you make them do these things and they end up getting upset, or someone comes in and just like starts a fight with you and you don't know why, but you can kind of set those moods and figure out why and know why these people are acting a certain way and make things happen the way you want it to instead of having people just randomly do it.
Yeah, like they said that you could do hot-headed and romantic and things like that, so you'll understand your sim a little more, I suppose. I feel like I'm actually talking about this game like I enjoy it. I'm excited about this. I'm not. Don't be fooled. So personality drives behavior, apparently. So that's pretty much what Brianna was alluding to. That's what they stated. And you can bring other players' Sims into the game. Is this something that you actually care about?
That.
I think that just was kind of like tacked on. Like, oh, look, you can bring another Sim in.
I'm never going to bring anyone's Sim into my game, ever.
Yeah.
I play Sims to create my own Sims in my own houses and to make them do whatever I want them to do.
Why did you like that Sims can die of laughter? I thought that was the lamest thing ever. The lamest thing.
I was cracking up.
Brianna was like, yes, the possibilities. I can make my Sims die of laughter and put them in a box that they cannot escape and they'll just be laughing at something.
Well, when you play The Sims, you already experiment with what you can get away with.
Jump in this pool with no laughter and watch comedians talk on stage.
It just seems
and
like
die
you
of
could do
laughter
so
and
much
drowning.
more being able to control their emotions.
I guess.
So it seems really fun.
Alright.
More fun than The Sims 3.
Do you want to buy The Sims 4?
I do, and it's coming out September 2nd, right before my birthday.
I will very, very, very hesitantly buy this game for you for your birthday.
Thanks. I don't care how hesitantly it is, as long as I get it.
So then there was another game called Let It Die. This is a game from Suda51, who everyone knows is completely batshit insane with the games and the ideas that he comes out with.
I have no idea who Suda51 is.
He's just crazy with the ideas. He made No More Heroes. Did you play No More Heroes?
I did not play No More Heroes.
Oh man, okay. So you recharged your gun, your sword, by doing this in that game.
Oh, was that the Wii game?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you remember it now? Okay.
One.
That was actually his last good game, in my opinion. He also made a game called Killer 7. That game is a masterpiece for me. It was unbelievably good for PS2 and GameCube. If you haven't played Killer 7, try to. It's different. It's a different game than anything else you've ever played. That's what I loved about it. Just like, it's completely different. Go play it. You'll understand. I will not go further there. But his last two games, like the sequel to No More Heroes 2, and Killer is Dead, were not very good at all. So I'm kind of hoping that this one will be good, and it looks like there's some sort of persistent online element going on in this game. Kind of crazy as well with Morningstar's weapon, hatchets, crossbows, chainsaw, shotguns, pretty much everything.
They had a baseball bat with nails in it.
It was just any weapon you can think of.
The way that it looks too reminded me of the movie My Bloody Valentine.
Okay.
Bloody Valentine. You haven't seen it.
I haven't.
But it's a horror movie, and that's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, it looked something like a crazy online-based shooter where you had levels. That's all I can really say about it. But I don't know. I'm eager to find out more about it, and it could be something that can turn out to be really interesting.
Yeah.
But that's a big if. I don't know.
If.
Yes. Then there was Abzu, and this is a game that's similar to Journey, I think, where you're kind of just exploring and going around, and you're in the water, you see fish and everything going by. I don't know if it's going to be as deep and compelling as Journey was, but it does have the same composer.
It seems dumb to me.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It didn't seem...
It seems like a peaceful and serene experience, but it doesn't seem like it has anything to it. Just like, oh, look, you're going through the water and you see fish swimming. That's it. So, if you want to see fish swimming, that might be interesting for like 10 minutes, like a screensaver with fish on it. That's
But then
what
you
this
could
seems
just
like.
turn on the aquarium channel.
Yeah, that too, which we have. Maybe we should just do that and not buy Abzu.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe if there's something more interesting about it, more compelling. It is from one of the creators of Journey. Or, sorry, it was a guy from that game company who made a new company, and that's what they're making.
Okay.
No Man's Sky.
This looked really cool.
This looked insane. A completely procedurally generated world that pretty much any player who jumps into the game, so they say, will have a unique experience and will explore planets that no one's ever explored before. It's crazy. And the world can go on infinitely, so they say.
So they say.
Yes, this game is slated for, will be released when it's done. One of those, so...
And he didn't really go into details. He was like, we don't know what's gonna happen. You sure about that?
And apparently it's an indie studio that has only like 10 people, but I wasn't really buying it, to be honest with you, because it just seemed like they were trying to come out with that kind of messaging, marketing-wise, like, oh, look, it's just an indie studio making this game, and oh, look at it, it's great. But come on,
we're talking about... He seemed really emotional.
This is a very...
Seemed like he was about to cry.
Emotional at all. He seemed really fake to me, but this is like a game where the AI, developing AI, just so you know, is completely and totally not impossible, but very, very hard to do AI. And this is an advanced AI that can listen, this is an advanced AI that can generate content constantly. This is crazy. It's building worlds. That's not something that's easy to do and easy to code for.
Stuff that Ken Levine wants to do.
I don't know what Ken Levine wants to do. Besides shut down studios and put people out of work, I don't know what else Ken Levine does.
Okay.
Sorry. No, but maybe he is. I don't know. But this game, if it actually is true, all of these things that they're saying, it seems too good to be true, but if it's true, if they can deliver on all these promises, this will be a game for the ages. This will define, like, a generation of games to come.
It doesn't look pretty, though.
But that's not the point.
Yeah, I know, but the colors were bothering me.
It was just a very, I don't know, it was like an orange color palette, I think, with the dinosaurs. They had dinosaurs, though.
My legs are crampy.
You like dinosaurs?
I do like dinosaurs.
So, let's see here. Whoops.
Uncharted 4.
My notes just disappeared. That's why we're like, oh no! Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. Now, we pretty much talked about everything we wanted to for this game, but we wanted to add that all the cutscenes in-game will be in-engine. And on top of this, what you saw at E3 was in-engine cutscenes. So that is the kind of graphical fidelity you will expect for Uncharted. You can expect for Uncharted 4, and it looked pretty damn real. Like facial detail and everything like that looked like a real guy lying on the ground in that demo or in that.
It's probably going to be 1080p, 60 FPS, on the PS4.
Yep.
Right?
Always,
whatever,
that's the marketing lingo.
Yeah.
But it's going to be dead pirates. I shouldn't say it's going to be dead pirates in cages, but it's going to be on an island, and
stripper pirates.
We assume it's a pirate island.
Yeah, because of the
dead pirates in the cages.
In the cages.
That's why I was getting to that.
And also the teaser last year of the basically pirate map and the guy speaking, "You owe me." So it seems like Drake is being brought back into this world which he got out of, and he's asking Sully in this trailer for his help.
Yeah.
And it seems interesting.
Yeah.
I hope the story is really good because I really liked the other Uncharted.
They're bringing the writers from Uncharted 1 and 2 back for this one. I think it was a different writer for Uncharted 3, but if that's the case, then I'm super pumped because I hated the story in Uncharted 3.
It was
it was just weird and dumb, but Uncharted 2 was awesome.
And I don't play the Uncharted games. I don't really like those types of games.
Brianna watches
But I watch them, and I love them. I love this story.
It's like watching a movie.
It is.
For Brianna, and for me, it's like playing a movie, so it's great. So I think that's pretty much all we wanted to say on Uncharted 4, other than we're really super pumped about it and we want to play it, like, right now.
It's not going to come out until probably Christmas next year.
Yeah.
The Division.
So what happened was, with The Division, it was a fake gameplay trailer, again, for the second E3 in a row. There's no way this could be real. I did my research on this, and apparently
You
the
did
team...
research, guys.
I did research. Doesn't happen often. But apparently the team behind this game, I don't remember their name, but they're making the engine, and they're saying that the engine isn't even done yet. So if the engine's not done, there's no way they're working on gameplay for this to the extent that we saw. Like, it looked like a finished game.
Yeah, and the map popping
There's
up.
no way. And they also said, the developers said, the 2015 release date's crazy. There's no way we're going to hit it, ever. So if you're saying the 2015 release date's impossible, and the engine's not even done yet, there's no way that you're going to have that much gameplay, that many graphics, that much stuff in place, those many assets. It just isn't possible.
Yeah.
But the CGI trailer was creative, it was very emotional, and it was memorable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the story behind it seemed really amazing and really impactful. So I'm torn, because if the story is that good, I'm really interested in kind of getting into this world and involving myself in it. But if the gameplay doesn't hit, then I don't want to. If the gameplay doesn't match what I see, then I don't want to play this game.
Yeah.
So, if the gameplay and the story are as compelling as what we've been shown, this could be a really amazing game.
I think it looks cool.
Yeah.
Something that it almost made me cry in the CGI trailer at the end, really, was when the cleanup crew or whatever came in. You know, the people with the flamethrowers.
Yeah.
It's typically what happens after war and stuff like that. People just come in and burn everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that just gets me emotional all the time.
Well, they
Whenever
weren't
I've
really a
seen that-
cleanup crew. They were more so a rival kind of group of people that were coming in to kind of try and take over that section of the city.
How do you know?
Well, that's what it was implied. That's the way it was implied. Like, there are different gangs around the entire...
Yeah, and that's who they were fighting in the
They
beginning.
were fighting... Yeah, they were fighting another gang, then
But then
another
the
bigger
cleanup
gang
crew
came.
came.
No, you're wrong here. This is where you're wrong.
Maybe.
Finally! I'm right. No, don't say maybe.
I am saying maybe. I don't know, because
But why did you get
nothing
emotional
was
about
confirmed. Because it just makes me think of like the World War movies,
Mhm.
or that one movie they had, 28 Days.
28 Days Later?
28 Days Later.
Yeah.
At the end, and the kids are escaping, and the guy's trying to help the kids escape, and the cleanup crew's there, and they just burn everything down, anything, because infection or whatever has to go, and he just lit the guy on fire, and the guy was like pushing the car trying to get, so it was really sad.
Oh, I don't want to talk about this. It sounds really sad.
See, it's really sad, and that's just what was going through my mind. It's like, oh my gosh, they're gonna burn everyone to the ground because of this. They're trying to like get rid of this rundown area. I don't know. That's what came to mind.
Oh boy. Well, I hope that it's not a cleanup crew. I'm pretty sure it's not, because that would be really, really sad if like there's people going through the world just burning
Well, that trailer
everything.
was really sad. That's why
It
it
was.
came to mind
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
So NHL 15 now, this looked really, really amazing. I mean, the graphics, the animations, the goal mouth scrambles for when you're, I mean, obviously I'm talking about stuff that most people who don't play hockey or understand hockey will care about, but
No one cares.
I care. It looks so good. I'm so excited for next gen NHL. It's unbelievable. If you guys have watched our videos from the beginning and you've been here, you know that I'm super competitive on NHL. People at work don't know what's coming to them. I'm like, oh, we'll play NHL when we're starting. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
gonna play
no.
people at work. It's
He's gonna
happening.
get fired. That's what's
I'm not gonna
happen.
get fired. It's gonna be awesome. I will definitely play this online at home. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Hopefully no controllers will be broken, because I've broken controllers. I'm ashamed to admit it almost, because I've let my anger get the best of me a lot. And it's not good. It really isn't. And I've really tried to work on that. Brianna's gotten upset
Special,
at
hard
at
to
me.
find, silver metallic controller that I
Yeah.
especially bought him. Just
PS3.
broke it.
I didn't break it, it just cracked. And I was
Oh,
so
yeah,
sad, but
cracked.
you don't know how like devastated I was when it happened. I was like, what did I just do? I felt horrible, because I knew it still works and I still have it obviously, but it's just the fact that I cracked it and I damaged it made me feel really bad. And because I knew how much time Brianna spent finding it and getting it, so it was very bad. And that's why I've really worked hard to get my emotions in check in terms of anger. Like, look, you lose, it happens. It's just that when you lose really badly and you feel like you should have played better, it's more I'm angry at myself than other people in this game.
But you shouldn't do that.
I know. It's tough. It's something that you need to learn. But I think like I was playing a little more, not recently, because obviously I'm playing PS4 more now. But I think about 3 or 4 months ago. I was playing a little bit. I wasn't getting angry. I was controlling my temper, and I think I was doing well. So hopefully I can carry that over at NHL 15.
Also, I told him I would break it with a hammer or light it on fire.
Yes, she did. And she's
that
serious.
one time, I went and got the hammer and tried to wrestle it out of his hands.
Yes, it was very close. I was close to losing my NHL disc, but unfortunately I didn't. And I don't think that I will have any issues in the future. I hope.
Better
we'll
not.
see. Cool thing, though, in the trailer, I don't know if you heard this, but it was the NBC announcers in the trailer.
No.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, I'm not saying no, it wasn't. I said I didn't hear it.
No, I know that. I'm just clarifying. It was.
It was.
It was.
It was.
Yeah. I hope that the NBC announcers are going to be in the game.
Okay.
Because they're much better than the guys who are in there right now. They're just like some generic announcers. I don't even know who they are, really. They're just there to do EA. I don't know if EA is willing to shell out that money for them, but if they do, and if it sounds fluid, like they implement new technology audio-wise to make the announcing sound more fluid and natural, that would be awesome. Make the game even more immersive.
Yes.
Apparently arenas are a lot more detailed too, so that looks cool.
Does that even... You don't even notice the
You
arenas.
do. You do.
You don't.
The crowd
I'm
looked
saying
real.
You.
They were like getting up and sitting down, like talking to each other. It was like different people doing different things in the crowd. It looked insane. I loved it. So just get me my next gen NHL EA. Just get it to me, please. September soon. I think I have it pre-ordered. I do have it pre-ordered.
Oh my god, not on my birthday.
What? When is it?
You don't get any games on my birthday.
What? It's September 9th or something.
Too close to my birthday.
Oh my god.
The whole month of September is off limits for you. You're not allowed to buy anything. If anything's purchased, it's for me.
Whatever. Mass Effect 4.
Or Chloe, because it's her birthday too.
Mass Effect 4.
Mass Effect 4!
It's being made! It's being made, and that's pretty much what they said when they announced it.
Before.
And we're like, we know, give us something new, something new. Nothing. They just said they want to make another one. Yay! New places and new characters. Knew that already. A whole new region of space. This is probably the only new announcement that they gave. So it's going to be, you're not going to recognize anything else from the previous games in terms of the space. It's going to be entirely new. It's going to be very vast as well. So they say. But the same races, because we did see a Krogan in the trailer. Mm-hmm. Maybe some new ones, but I'm assuming the existing ones will still be in the game somehow. And they also announced, BioWare did, that they're developing a completely new IP in this same video. So I guess I'm excited for that new IP that BioWare is making. I don't know what it's going to be. Who am I kidding? I don't give a crap. I just want more Mass Effect. I want Mass Effect 4 as soon as possible. And it looks like they're way, way far out. I'm saying like 2016, 2017 for the next Mass Effect. Unless they really ramp up development, it doesn't look like we're going to see that game for a couple of years.
Why don't you go? It's being made in Montreal, right?
I know, it has actually being made in Montreal.
Walk over there and be like, so you need me to do anything?
They're probably like on lockdown. I could not get near the building. They'd be like, excuse me, sir.
Can I have all your info, please?
I need to see your ID before you come within a 5
I work
to
across
10
the street.
foot radius
We're
of the
friends.
door. No, I don't work across the street. I don't know where it is, but I definitely don't work across the street.
It's up in space.
What?
It's up in space.
Yes, that's where they're making it on the moon because they have to get a bird's eye view of Earth.
No, they're making it on the Normandy.
To get an idea. Oh, on Normandy, yes. They want to know what a planet looks like from space. Anyways, that's pretty much it, but I'm really excited for it. I want to play it.
I didn't really get into it. I played Mass Effect 2 for a little bit, and
it's fun. It was awesome. I played through all of them, beat them. Every single one. You should have too. You're missing out.
I'm very specific with the games that I like.
Yes, like The Sims.
Yeah.
And finally, the last game we wanted to give a little more information on was Destiny. And the information I want to give is that I have an alpha code. And I'll be playing on the PS4 and sharing my experience with you guys with that game the next time we do a tech cast.
Yeah.
So that should be fun. We might even, I don't know, Brianna seems hesitant to want to do this, but I want to record video while we're kind of commenting on it as we're playing Destiny.
Oh, we can do it if we record it with our camera. I don't want to hook it up to here. I don't want to take the PlayStation out all the way over here because it's a mess.
It's not hard.
It's a mess in the entertainment system, and every time you unplug something or plug something back in, something else comes unplugged, and we sit there having to plug everything else back in, and then things get reset, and then the TV doesn't turn on for 2 weeks, and then we find out our TV's breaking, and we're going to need a new one, which is super expensive because we have to have the flippin' 50-inch.
Well, that's how it fits in our entertainment center.
Because you had to buy the biggest entertainment center.
Of course, because then I get the bigger TV. I'm a guy. I mean, that's going to happen. But anyways, I think that, honestly, it's going to be interesting to be able to play this game and give you guys like a first-hand perspective on it, because everything I've been seeing hasn't really interested me much, to be honest. So I really need to play it to see what it's all about. I've been told by colleagues who also got into the alpha that it's fun and they were really enjoying it gameplay-wise. Story was okay, a bit generic, and graphics were okay as well. So we'll see if the gameplay is compelling enough to kind of trump those other two things. And that's it. So that wraps up, finally, all of our E3 coverage. We're done with E3. We're moving forward. As of tonight, we are going to start looking up new news, keeping up with everything going on in the gaming world, but it might get a little quiet, typically, after E3.
Well, I don't know. There's Gamescom, there's TGS,
well, yes, but when are those? I mean, I'm saying the week after E3 is usually quiet.
Right.
Yeah.
Then Tokyo Game Show is usually in August or September, right?
I think so.
And then there's also, what's that Penny one?
Penny Arcade?
Penny?
PAX?
PAX. When is that?
Yes, I don't know.
That's soon.
I'm not sure of the dates, honestly. They always just kind of happen. I'm like, oh, cool, this is happening right now. So, I mean, I know there's a lot of shows coming up. I think my point more so was that next week will be a little quiet because of all the effort, energy, and resources all these companies put into E3 and all the content that we have to digest. I mean, look at us. We had 5 videos, and it took that many to get through everything we wanted to talk about.
True.
So there's going to be a little bit of a break in news, and then afterwards I expect it to pick up where it left off.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it, I think.
I think so.
We're done. So if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe below, and we will see you next time.